Sure, everyone hears this
How
music.
long is this?
I don't know.
It's like
too
a
long.
party.
Now we'll fade out. All right. Atlas Rose Daily. Today's topic is going to be the Cracker Barrel logo that has taken the internet by storm. I don't know if you guys happen to see the news, but they rebranded and the internet reacted.
No.
The way
And they reacted.
What?
And then they reacted.
And then they reacted.
I will start with saying I'm a Cracker Barreling the smoke. Actually, that's even my favorite part. And when they did non-smoking, that was a loss. So changing a logo.
Oh, you didn't even like when they moved to non-smoking at Cracker
Didn't
Barrel.
even like
Whoa.
that. Ruined the experience. But I will say
You're resistant to change.
I really value the full experience of Cracker Barrel. And that is,
I don't disagree.
you go and you get your, you go around the shop for a little bit and you get to look at all the candies and the penny candies. Eventually you're going to come home with the root beer stick or something. Biscuits. You're going to play checkers while you wait on your food. This is
Oh,
the checkerboard, the actual
game.
checkerboard.
Head game.
Not just but the peg game too.
This
is a full Cracker Barrel experience. So when you
you're describing an experience. An experience is brand kicked.
Experience
How'd that
brand.
make you feel?
All I could think of were all the memories that I used to have at the good old Cracker Barrel that I won't have anymore. I was truly felt like a loss.
Like you weren't going there again because of this?
It felt like it wouldn't be introducing my kids into the same nostalgic experience. It was like, I'll just go to the
And did you
not Grandpa's kitchen.
Did you have a go-to breakfast that you would order at Cracker Barrel?
It was the omelet. I would get the omelet, but I would get that with the biscuits. So the biscuits were pretty key to the whole deal, right? And then, we've ordered a ton of those pancakes.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: I've been to Cracker Barrel in the morning, for lunch, for evening breakfast.
Pancakes all day.
Oh yeah, it's breakfast.
Yeah,
that is a breakfast place.
I had a hat that I bought there. I remember from the gift store that said grits on it, which stood for Girls Raised in the South. All right, let me. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So here we are. This is the beloved former logo. Here's the new logo.
No.
And I will say, I was driving down the highway and I saw billboards that already had the new logo on it.
And I had no idea until this was brought to my attention. Actually,
which just makes me question, just to not bury the lead, they did revert back to their old logo, but how much money did they spend on this rebrand that they're now having to undo? Millions, I'm sure.
It also, though.
So,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to do a little timeline. We'll give the rest of our thoughts. So they obviously dropped this rebrand without any, and overwhelmingly people were not happy with this. It actually even got political. This is a woke logo, according to some, but we won't go there. But
hilarious.
I will say they dropped this like a week before this. Then on August 25th, they said, if the last few days have shown us anything, it's how deeply people care about Cracker Barrel. We're truly grateful for your heart. Monday, in a statement on its website, you've also shown us that we could have done a better job sharing who we are and who we'll always be. Translation, they didn't think anyone would notice. And then soon after that, their official Instagram site said, we thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain. At Cracker Barrel, it has always been and always will be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family. As a proud American institution, our 70,000 hardworking employees look forward to welcome you to our table soon.
Yeah, they sure did. It made me hungry for biscuits, for one. I was immediately wanting to go get those. But honestly, I was shocked that they did go back. I was like wholeheartedly like, thank you for being willing to make that change back, because I know it's just a logo in some people's eyes, but truly I felt like the establishment would be lost forever if that was the logo that remained their brand. No heartfelt memory. It did not draw me to want to bring my kids there again, because I thought, well, what else is going to change? That may be an overreaction, but I really did feel that way. And I was genuinely excited when I heard that they were going back. I thought, what humility. And I mean, honestly, probably looking at what the opportunity, what the cost was of not going back, like how much would they lose in their market share of breakfast plates?
Yeah.
People were angry.
Sure.
So is it humility?
I don't know. Maybe. Takes humility.
Or is it?
Yes, a little bit of both.
My biscuits are on fire.
My biscuits are on fire.
Rebrand.
Oh man, that's really funny. I mean,
It's a little bit than sending food back that wasn't cooked.
it's a little bit like that.
It
I've
is.
seen that a time or two.
Well,
I don't know.
I think the way that they walked back was the right one. I think the response was great, whether their biscuits are on fire or they're trying to be humble or whatever. But I agree. I think that the response was great. But you know, one other thing that it brought to mind to me was when they had this big, you know, backlash. It made me wonder, did they do their market research? Did you test this logo out with your target consumer, right? And if they didn't, oopsies, right? And I think that they're probably learning that lesson. But also, how can we learn that lesson? Because if they didn't, then that is silver bullet mentality. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, oh, this is it. I like it. This is great. Go ahead and put it out there. We're going to go ahead and spend hundreds of millions of dollars of changing the bazillion signs along the road across America. And here we go. That's silver bullet mentality, right? And so there's a lesson to be learned in that.
Or even that could be the, we've talked a lot about, I bring it up all the time, but the extrinsic motivation versus intrinsic. They're doing what everyone else says that they should do, which is you haven't changed your logo in 30, 40 years, so maybe you should do something about it. And oh, by the way, you should go with the simplistic modern typography that from being yourself. That's the intrinsic motivation. And so I don't know, not everyone needs to go do the remodel like Taco Bell, where it actually just made it look like a more pleasant place to stop for a restroom break, which is great. I'm pro those updates. But Cracker Barrel, that was too iconic and truly not in line with their brand from an intrinsic standpoint.
Mm-hmm. Brandon, you said this earlier, but it makes me think about the definition that you use for brand, the sum total of all the way that
the sum total of how the customer feels after every interaction with you is brand. That's that's the customer experience. That's brand. That's how they define your brand, which is the only definition that actually matters. And so brand. Right? You talked about the experience when you talked about customer experience, when you talked about Cracker Barrel, and how this one move, this impression, decreased your sum total of how you felt about the brand after that interaction, and therefore that is brand, right? Your perception of their brand went down. So that's case in point, right there.
Also, for anyone who wonders if billboards work or not, there you go.
Yeah.
There
in
you
a negative
go.
way, at least. But,
yeah. They leave an impression.
Got us all talking about Cracker Barrel, which is a win.
It's true.
That's true. That is true.
One more question, I think, for anyone who's watching is, will your brand get the same reaction if you were to change it?
Good
And
question.
if not, if you can change your logo, if you can change something and nobody notices,
Noticed
then
is.
you've got some work to do. You've got some work to
Yeah.
do. And the thing that you work on is experience. It's not your brand standards. It's not your logo and all that stuff. Do it.
So good.
I was timing it with the outro.
That's great advice. Great question to think about. Look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow on the next Outro of the Day.
Bring your biscuits.
I'll bring mine.